Hello, today is day 113, which is Beltane Sexuality and Spirit. In many ways, your year in a day training is about broadening and heightening awareness. One area of human living that many of us hide in shadows is our sexuality. Beltane is a good time not only to shine the light of awareness on this issue, but to examine our own spiritual practices, views, and attitudes, without you ever really having full conscious awareness of it. Culture has shaped your sexual views. One of the most pervasive views on sexuality is the Western world is the Abrahamic religious notion that sex is a procreative activity only. This view has proved devaluing and inhibiting of a full range of sexual expression. It also has reinforced stereotyped gender roles and sexual expression. Example, males are aggressors, females are responders, heterosexuality is desirable while homosexuality is not, etc. But from where do we get these views? And how relevant are they to our lives today? In the ancient world, childbearing held enormous value. The ancient Hebrews, whose views form the basis of the contemporary Bible, were subjected to slavery and persecution. Childbearing was almost impossible in those impoverished conditions. It is therefore no mere fluke that Yahweh commanded his people, as he did in Genesis, to be fruitful and multiply. The early teachings of the Catholic Church were possibly the most influential in solidifying these ancient procreative views and in forging practical links to current social views, policy, politics, and practice. By the 1st century BCE, the Roman Empire had reached its height, and along with it came many sexually permissive activities. Sorry if I butcher this word. The Bacchanalia was one Roman festival that not only permitted free sexual expression, but evidently enforced it. The Bacchanalia rites became so offensive and debasing, especially to young males, who were often forced into sexual intercourse, that the Roman Senate eventually banned them. Later, Paul of Tarsus, in pivotal and vocal personality in the Christian Church, reacted to these rites and emphasized the importance of overcoming the desires of the flesh. He also encouraged sexual celibacy and abstinence as superior spiritual practices. Other church fathers expanded on Paul's views in the following centuries. The more respected church authorities reforming sexual views over time included St. Augustine, Thomas Aquinas, Martin Luther, and John Calvin. The legacy of the Church of the Reformation and its rigid stance against sexual behavior for any other purpose than procreation has lingered in the popular mind. Many of these views continue intact, while some have fallen since the sexual revolution of the 1960s and 70s. Nonetheless, sexual issues continue to present each of us with complex conflicts that pit social tradition against personal pleasure. The early development of contemporary Wicca took place over the second half of the 20th century. Because of its placement in history, and because of the voices who have contributed to the reemergence of this path, the craft is infused with many contemporary views on sexuality. These alternative perspectives often flout conventional social upheld sexual views. To be precise, Wiccans believe that sexuality is a sacred, empowering, and pleasurable act that is a gift from the goddess. Practice sexual views. Take time today to explore your own sexual views by reviewing the following questions and then committing your answers to paper. In what ways do you find social views on sexuality to be personally inhibiting? In what ways are these views beneficial or comforting? What sexual norms would you implement in society? How might you behave sexually if there were no learned sexual norms? Anyway, that's all I have for you for day 113. I will be back with, hopefully within this time span, 114 and 115. I don't have my phone on me to check the time. Well, I do, it's way over there, and there's a bit of a blockage to get it. But anyway, I will see you in the next video for day 114. Blessed be and keep crafting, witches.